When I was putting all the useless pictures and statuses, I used to get so many likes and comments because it belonged to the low materialistic world and the people could connect to themselves. And now, when I'm putting the real stuff, now not many are interested. No likes, no comments. Guys, this is all I'm putting is for your help only. Your benefits. It's just for you, whoever is watching. So, as you can all see behind me, it depicts the prime source of everything, whatever you can think of, including anti religion and remaining religions, science, technology, everything, everything. So, so let's continue with Bhagavad-Gita knowledge. Krishna is telling Arjuna that the one who is going to die will not be saved by your saving, and the one who is not going to die cannot die due to your killing. That's why you are worrying unnecessarily. Leave aside this useless worry. Perhaps this is the expanse of the world between the form and the formless. Even if we grasp it from the side of the form, then there is no need to worry because what is disappearing is disappearing. Is disappearing will disappear. It is a line drawn on the water. It cannot even be stretched and starts to fade away. The hand does not even rise and the line is gone. If we think from the formless, then that which will not be erased will not be erased. So that which will not be erased is never erased actually. But we have no introduction to formless. Arjuna also has no introduction. It is also important to understand that Arjuna's worry also gives another information. Arjuna says they all will die. This means that Arjuna considers himself also a form. He wouldn't say it otherwise. What we say about others is said about ourselves only. When I see someone dying and think that he is dead, lost, destroyed, then I should also know that even within myself I am not aware of that which does not die, does not vanish, and is not lost. When Arjuna is expressing concern that they will die, he is expressing concern about his own death. He does not know anything that there is something within him too which does not die. And when Krishna is saying that they will not die, then Krishna is talking about himself because he knows the one who does not die. So Arjuna does not know that there is something within him too that does not die. Our external knowledge is an extension of our internal knowledge. Our knowledge of the world is an extension of our own knowledge. By spreading what we know about ourselves, we come to know about the whole. And what we do not know about ourselves, we can never know about anyone else. Self knowledge is knowledge, it's the real knowledge. All other knowledge stands on the deep ignorance. And there is no trust in knowledge based on ignorance. Complete self knowledge can only be known by Bhagavad Gita. Now that Arjuna seems to be speaking words of great knowledge, he seems to be talking about great religion, but he doesn't even know that there is something which is formless and which is shapeless. There is something at the base of the existence which is immortal, of which Arjuna has no knowledge. And for the one who does not know about this nectar, no ray of knowledge has yet emerged in his life. He who knows about death is standing in dense darkness and ignorance. The criterion is this: if you know only death, then ignorance is the basis. And if you know the nectar, not that which dies, then knowledge is the basis. If there is fear of death in your mind, whether it is someone else's or your own, it does not matter. If there is a fear of death in your mind, then that fear is a testimony to the fact that you have no knowledge of nectar. And in reality, it is just nectar. And death is only the name of the waves above. The ocean is there, but the ocean is not visible. Waves are visible. Have you ever gone to the seashore and seen the ocean? You will say, yes, I have definitely seen it. But you would have seen only the waves, not the ocean. Waves are not the ocean. There are definitely waves in the ocean, but the waves are not the ocean, because the ocean can exist without the waves, but the waves exist without the ocean. Sorry, the waves cannot exist without the ocean. But the waves are visible. Their web is spread above. The eyes catch the waves, the ear listen to them only. And the fun is that the waves you are seeing, the very meaning of the wave itself is that you will never be able to see it. Because the wave you see is the only thing that is changing. So is then only changing. You couldn't even see it and it had changed. Wave means whatever is happening, not happening, whose being and non-being are going on simultaneously, which is rising and falling, what is and is not, which is shaking together. We see only this kind of wave as I explained. One who considers the wave as the ocean may be worried about what will happen. The waves are disappearing, what will happen? But one who knows the ocean will say, let the waves form and disappear. The waves in the waves, the water in the waves, the ocean was there before when there were no waves, and will be there later also when there will be no waves. A friend of Jesus has asked him that Abraham, who was very old prophet and used to live in Jerusalem. So Abraham lived a long time ago before Jesus. So the question was, what do you know about Abraham? So Jesus said, when Abraham came, even before that I was present. Before Abraham I was. I was even before Abraham. Surely the man must have been suspicious. Jesus was not more than 30 years old. Thousands of years have passed since Abraham died. And this man says, I was there even before Abraham. When Abraham was not there, I was still there. How could it be possible? Actually, Jesus is talking about the ocean. He is not talking about the wave that arose from Mary. He is not talking about the wave in the name of Jesus. He is talking about the ocean which is before the waves and after the waves. Then when Krishna says that earlier also we were there, you were also there, I was also there. These people who are standing in front at the battlefield were also there. We will be there later also. So Krishna is talking about the ocean and Arjuna is talking about the wave. And the communication is difficult among the people who often talk about the ocean and the waves. Because someone is talking about the east, someone is talking about the west. That is why Gita will last so long, because Arjuna will talk about the waves again and again, and Krishna will talk about the ocean again and again. And there is no erosion anywhere between them. They do not intersect with each other anywhere. If we disconnect, the matter will be resolved. Therefore, the talk will go on for a long time. Arjuna will return to the waves again and again. He sees only waves. And that what is the fault of the one who sees the waves? There is no fault of him, because only waves are visible above. In fact, one who depends only on seeing will see only the waves. If you want to see the ocean, it is a bit difficult to see it with your eyes open. You have to see with your eyes closed. I will explain how. If you want to see the ocean, the truth is that you do not have to see it with your eyes. You have to take a dip in the ocean, and while taking a dip, one has to close their eyes. One has to descend from the waves into the ocean. But one who has not yet come down from the waves of his own mind cannot go under the waves raised by the others. All the suffering of Arjuna is because of this self-ignorance. So there was a question, God. This is also a question of waves. When Krishna is saying to Arjuna that I, you and these people were there before and will also be there later on, this leads to the conclusion that you have just told, that the formless content of the soul is more important than the form of the body. But why can't there also be a possibility that without form there cannot be proper expression of content? What is the purpose of clay without a subtractive shape? So it is a very important question. You might also think like, if formless or soul is the most important, so what is the use of the body? It is useful. but you have to know it.